There's a reason a handful of people can build enormous wealth in just a few years, while a hard worker earns the same wage for decades. It isn't that they work harder. Nobody works 1,000 times harder than anyone else. It's that they figured out how to detach their income from their hours, using a single force. It's called leverage. There are 5 kinds of it. And here's the part almost nobody tells you. 2 of the most powerful ones are completely free, and you can start building them tonight. The 5th one is the quiet engine behind nearly every fortune. So let's decode all 5, and why the 2 that cost nothing quietly changed who gets to be rich. First, the trap that leverage rescues you from. Trading time for money has a hard ceiling, and that ceiling is lower than you think. No matter how skilled you are, there are only so many hours in a day, and you can only charge so much for each one. That's the wall every purely time-for-money worker eventually hits. A doctor, a lawyer, a freelancer at the very top of their rate all run out of the exact same thing: hours. Leverage is simply anything that lets your effort, your money, or your ideas keep working without you being physically present. It's how you break the link between hours worked and money earned. There are 5 forms of it, and they split neatly into 2 groups. The old kinds that need permission or money, and the new kinds that need neither. Real quick before we go further, if you're finding this useful, don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. It genuinely helps the channel, and honestly, it's media leverage in action, which is one of the 5 we're about to cover. Okay, let's start with the ones humans have used for thousands of years. Leverage 1, labor, other people's time. It's the oldest form there is, and the one most people picture when they hear the word leverage. When you hire, manage, or lead a team, their combined effort produces far more than you ever could alone. It's powerful. A business owner earns from the work of dozens of people. But it's also the hardest and most stressful kind. People need managing, paying, and leading, and it rarely scales cleanly. This is the leverage of the old economy, and for most of history, it was the only way to get rich beyond your own 2 hands. Leverage 2. Capital. Other people's money or your own money put to work. This has been the leverage of the wealthy for centuries. When you invest, your dollars go to work earning more dollars without you lifting a finger. A sum invested and quietly compounding is capital leverage, your money working the night shift while you sleep. This is why the wealthy protect and deploy their capital so carefully. Once you have it, it multiplies quietly and endlessly. But it has an obvious catch. Capital leverage requires capital. You need money before money can work for you, which is exactly why the next 2 forms are so revolutionary. Because labor and capital have one thing in common: someone has to give them to you. You need permission to lead people and money to deploy capital. The new leverage needs neither. Leverage 3. Code. Products that work while you sleep. This is the first form of leverage in history that's essentially free to build. An app, a piece of software, an automated tool. You build it once, and it can serve 1 person or 1 million with almost no extra cost or effort. It never sleeps, never asks for a raise, and works in every time zone at once. You don't need a team's permission or a pile of capital to start, just the skill to build. That's what made a whole generation of ordinary people extraordinarily wealthy. An army of software working for them that cost almost nothing to create. Leverage 4. Media. Ideas that scale infinitely. This is the other free form, and the one you're watching right now. A video, a piece of writing, a podcast, a design. You create it once, and it can be seen by an unlimited number of people forever, while you do nothing. Media is permissionless leverage. No one has to hire you. No one has to fund you. This very video is media leverage, recorded once, working around the clock. Code and media are the great equalizers, because for the first time in history, the most scalable leverage on Earth is available to anyone with an idea and an internet connection. That's the free part almost nobody tells you about. Now, the 5th type, the one that quietly ties the other four together. Leverage 5, the meta leverage, reputation and specific knowledge compounding over time. This is the quiet engine underneath all of the other four. Here's what almost no one notices. The more people trust you, and the rarer and more valuable your skills are, the more of every other leverage you unlock. A strong reputation makes people want to work for you. That's labor. It attracts money that wants to invest in you. That's capital. And it makes your code and your media spread further and faster because people already believe you. Reputation and specific knowledge are the leverage that multiplies your leverage. And this is the one that compounds hardest of all because it's built slowly, honestly, over years, and it can't be bought or faked for long. Every video, every honest deal, every skill you deepen adds to it. It starts as the slowest leverage and becomes the most powerful, because eventually the opportunities, the money, and the people all start coming to you. This is why the wealthy so often seem to just attract wealth. They spent years quietly building the one form of leverage that unlocks all the others. So, 5 types of leverage. Labor, other people's time. Capital, money that works while you sleep. Code, products that serve millions at once. Media, ideas that scale forever. And reputation and specific knowledge, the meta leverage that quietly multiplies all 4. Notice the shape of it. The old leverage, labor, and capital needed permission or money, which is why wealth used to stay right where it already was. The new leverage, code, and media needs neither, which is why, for the first time in history, an ordinary person with an idea can build the same force the wealthy have used for centuries. You don't need all 5. You just need to start deliberately building even one, most likely one of the free ones, while your capital leverage quietly compounds in the background. Quick reminder, this is education, not financial advice. Everything here is simplified and illustrative, and building any of these takes real time and involves real risk, including the loss of money and effort. So please talk to a licensed professional about your own situation before acting. And if this reframe helped you, don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Every week we break down how money really works, no hype. There's also a free net worth tracker linked in the description that shows you exactly how your capital leverage is growing while you sleep. So tell me in the comments, which type of leverage are you already using without even realizing it? And which one are you going to start building this year? I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.